on some different stuff. I'm gonna focus a little bit more on the technique side of things. I know we don't necessarily get to Olympic lift at home unless you got a barbell. So today we're gonna do 3 sets to warm up. We're gonna do 10 leg swings each side. So either from side to side, or you can mix it up back and forth will work too. From there, we're gonna do 10 PVC pass-throughs or with your broomstick or hockey stick. 10 of those, and then a 20-second squat hold, right? So either holding on to something, using a weight, or if you got enough mobility, just kind of hanging out those 20 seconds, trying to work that bottom position. So 3 sets of that. From there, our little workout for today, very lightweight, meant that you can move through it. So we're gonna go for time. We're gonna do 50 overhead squats. I want the overhead squats to be light. If you got the mobility, you can do a dumbbell overhead squat, single arm. If you got yourself a barbell, maybe do an empty barbell or very lighter weights. So here, you should be able to chip away at like 15 to almost 20 reps at a time. From there, you're gonna fall into 50 goblet squats. So holding kettlebell, dumbbell for the 50 squats, 50 air squats to follow. So obviously the theme here, right? We're trying to really tire out the legs. And this is where the real test will come in, is trying to perform your 50 double unders to finish your workout for time. If not, we're doubling up into 100 single skips. That's our workout. Our skill for today will be accumulating 20 of each exercise or position. So our first thing we're gonna work on, it's all gonna revolve around the snatch and the overhead squat. So keep your broomstick or PVC handy. So 20 snatch balance plus a pause. So we wanna make sure, obviously, we're in our snatch grip, right? So looking for that 90-degree angle, making sure that that bar is at least sitting in our hip crease. From there, snatch balance, treating it a little bit like our jerks. So we're gonna dip down, we're gonna catch, ride it down, quick pause, and then we're gonna stand tall from there. So we're gonna do 20 of those. Take your time, you don't need to be unbroken. Focus on your position, focus on pressing up on your bar, your PVC, so that way we're really staying active in your bottom position, right? The other thing to think about are your knees, where your knees the bottom position, right? Okay, am I actively kind of pushing, making sure that my hips stay active and I'm not just rounding everything in my lower half. From there, we're gonna do 20 power snatches. So today, the big focus can be keeping the arms long. We're starting mid-shin. We're gonna get that chest up to make sure our back's nice and flat. We're gonna follow along our shins, along our thighs to the hips. We're gonna land and stand tall. So when we land, we wanna make sure that the hips go back, our chest is up, so we're in a good balanced position. So I shouldn't see any of this. So setting the hips back in a good strong position. The elbows are locked out overhead. From there, the last thing we're gonna do is 20 squat snatches. So again, creating that same bar path we just worked with. So hips are down, chest is up to flat, now we're back, we're following along, and taking that down to your full squat, right? So same thing, take your time with it. If you got a hard time, catching that power, ride down to that full overhead squat, and try to make it fluid as you work in your 20 reps. So take your time, have fun with it, focus on the technical aspect of it. If you have no idea what it looks like if you're doing it right, you know, set up your phone. Most of us all have a phone that can that has a decent camera. So record yourself doing a couple of reps, you know, from the back, from the side, and then just compare, right? And try to make little changes, even though you might not have someone there to tell you. You can always kind of coach yourself, and most of you guys know, you know, things that we're looking for, or things that we should be able to see. So, you know, hold yourself to that higher standard and take this time to really dial in that movement.